Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of tapping, basic tapping for stress. And stress is obviously something that many of us experience in life. And if it gets held in with us, it can create some health issues. And if we hold on to it for a very long time, those health issues could become quite problematic, whether they occur as things like anxiety and depression or more physical issues within our bodies. So with the stress, we're just going to start off with a score out of 10. The higher the number, the more stressed we are. So let's start with an 8 out of 10. Just have a think about how stressed you are. Just there's probably a number that pops into your head, and that's probably the one to go with. And what do you notice? Are you stressed about something specific? If so, you can just alter my wording to be more appropriate for you. And also, what physical feelings do you have? Because when we feel stress or any other issue, we tend to have a physical feeling in the body. So again, common areas are shoulders and jaw, perhaps the abdominal area, the chest area and the throat, but it could be anywhere, it could be your lower back. I'm going to assume that I've got some sort of tightness within my shoulders and some tension within my throat area. But go with what is right for you, or you can just tap along with me to get used to the tapping. So we're going to start on the karate chop point. I'm just going to run through the points very quickly. So we've got the karate chop point here, which is side of the hand. I just use all 4 fingers, just lightly tapping. Top of the head, just slightly nearer the back, where the eyebrow starts. Follow the eye socket to the side, under the eye, under the nose, on the indents. This is working with your meridian system, so it's a bit like acupuncture, but we don't use needles, even better. Under the collarbone, just under the arm, we tend to say where the bra strap is for women and in line with the nipple for men, and then alongside the nails. So just make sure that you're there alongside the nails. So those are the points. As I say, we're working with your energy system and also with your subconscious. So this is a release. So this is what we're doing. And we can really release things long term. We can really get things out. But this is just a basic use to get you used to the tapping process. So here we go. Even though I feel stressed, I choose to let it go. Even though I feel stressed, I choose to let it go. Even though I feel stressed, I choose to let it go. This stress, tightness in my shoulders, this stress, stressed about maybe a specific issue, tightness in my shoulders, this tension in my throat, this stress, tightness in my shoulders, this tension in my throat. This stress, tightness in my shoulders, tension in my throat. Take a deep breath, and if you have some water, just have a swig of water and just check in. How high is that stress score now? So let's say it's a 5 out of 10. What do I notice? Physical symptoms. They can change, they can move around the body as they're releasing. So the tightness in my shoulders, it could have gone. I might now just be feeling a little bit of tension in my abdominal area, so I might talk about that. And the tension in my throat just feels like it's moved a little bit, got a little bit smaller. If for some strange reason it feels like a yellow ball, so I'm going to talk about a yellow ball in my throat, and just a small bit of tension in my abdominal area. So just go with what feels right. If there's any specific thoughts you have, then use those as well. We'll just do another round. Even though I feel stressed, I choose to let it go. Even though I feel stressed, I'm empowered to let it go. Even though I feel stressed, I'm ready to let it go. This stress, this yellow ball of tension in my throat, this stress, this tightness in my belly, this stress, this yellow ball of tension in my throat, this stress, stressed about, and again, whatever you're stressed about, this yellow ball of tension in my throat, this stress, tightness in my belly, let it go, let it go. Take a deep breath, and if you have some water. Sometimes I've found that using phrases such as let it go is really helpful, but emotional freedom technique is what it says on the tin. So it's about releasing the stress. So you have to focus on it with this particular type of treatment, if you like, to release it. And that's why we focus on what we experience and what we feel, and as part of the tapping process we are releasing it. So some people find it strange that we're focusing on, if you like, the negative, but you can bring in a few bits of positive and releasing phrases that can help. But ideally, to really release things at a deeper level, and for, if you like, releasing them for good, you then need to deal and to focus on the problematic issues, and that's why we do that. But to say let it go, it can really help you also, particularly in that moment. And so it's a combination of the two, I find, can work really well, but predominantly focusing on the problematic issues. Because we're releasing. So again, just take a check in. How do I feel? What physical symptoms do I have? And go from there. And you can do more and more rounds of tapping, and all you need to do is focus on what you're feeling physically, what you're thinking, what the issues are, the emotions, the stresses, the particular subject issue, and release. And emotional freedom technique, as I said, can release many, many issues.